Kevin Taylor, Ghana ni be di ho dance say you can't credible communication site more body and this about back to power. Say ye some agent fear Kevin Taylor, we are number 2. One or Lao Silence TV and with all due respect platforms and with other affiliates. I mean more your man's job to make sure say you can always pull the truth across for all Ghanaians to know. A true credibility and our boy Ghanaians be brave. It's more a separate a jandam politics from politics of truth and integrity. But Kevin, know that when it comes to building a nation, you cannot always get it right, especially as a journalist. Kevin, you can sometimes make mistakes. You cannot be a repository of knowledge and you cannot assume to know it all. Kevin, the day of your downfall would be that day that you'll be thinking there is nobody above you when it comes to social media except Klaus. Kevin, you see, when we are boy with him edi NDC ba power no wa so na besan aboa edi NDC akọ opposition, especially with some maybe intransigent stance I'll be to take with respect to some maybe details of this government, and I say maybe some appointment, and I say maybe some policies, and I say maybe some programs, and I say maybe some people who personal likes and dislikes for. And Kevin, with the greatest of respect to you, I'm suggesting say with the issue of this doctor, one kasa who use a platform no etimudi defending and say yes or what that credential as a doctor and she's a perfect fit to be on the NHIA board. No, Kevin, I'm thinking say you should do the honorable thing by admitting your mistakes, admitting your wrongs, to also come and apologize to all Ghanaians and to apologize to all people that are NDC, that loves you and that follows your platform. Mind you, you see, it takes a little leak to just sink a mighty ship. At your say, it is always the little details that counts. When we are trying to build a new government of credibility, we are trying to build a new government of integrity, we are trying to build a new government of truth, we are trying to build a new government devoid of corruption and devoid of people of influence that try to, put their people in place who are not qualified. So when issues like this, comes up and we don't address it appropriately, Kevin, it has the tendency to run down the government. What you say, especially when you live in America. This so-called, Dr. Ann is also living in America. Kevin, you could have even done the honorable thing by just walking to a John Hopkins Medical School to just cross-check to see say it's true say this young lady has been a student of that school or that institution before, and she has that credential to be doing the social media videos and that's proclaiming herself as a doctor across. But you didn't do that honorable thing. I think maybe sometimes your personal dislikes and maybe your personal problems you're having with Okatechi free for sometimes it crowds your judgment that's misleading you into doing certain things. And maybe say dislikes and maybe any anger and acrimony and maybe would do diligence like you always do when it comes to maybe publishing a story and maybe you couldn't have gotten this thing wrong. To Kevin, I think Ghanaians needs to hear from you. Okay, because you're also part of the voice that were echoed in support of this young lady, that's giving her the opportunity for her to be nominated to serve in the NHIA board. Until now, Abba said the credentials here or professors said, oh no, they are all false, they are all lies, they are all fabricated, they are all fake. Kevin, I think as someone who also added your voice to this young lady's appointment, you also need to come to render Ghanaians apology. And to the NDC party, I'm also saying as much as you also recognize the hard works of Kevin Taylor, and you would also want to do certain things to maybe praise Kevin Taylor and to urge him on to keep doing the great work he's doing for Ghana and the NDC, you should always exercise caution, because Kevin Taylor is always never going to get it right. And sometimes his mistakes and his imposition on you as a party and he becoming an autonomous voice that's making you scared of him could also mislead the party and could also run